Sorry, I got so loud. Everybody, I'm telling you, everybody need a mama. You know what? We by church, and it's a Sunday, and they all just got out of what's that word called? See, look, that's why I need to educate myself, because I can't remember. Service. They all got out of service. I feel like I've done this video like 5 times now. Okay, so this is all about what femininity means to me. Let me fix this camera. What feminine means to me and how I want to improve. A thing that I want to improve on when it comes to me is anger. I get angry fast, you know. I just like start to lose it, and I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know this? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, girl, slow down, like a little chihuahua, you know. And I'm not a little chihuahua, so I gotta be like a Doberman. Like, you know how they look all calm? They be like standing like this with their little pointy ears. But then when some stuff goes down, then they attack. But they analyze the situation first, unless they just weren't trained right. But you know, whatever. So that's what I want to work on, especially in Korea. I feel like a lot of times people think I'm aggressive, like being aggressive when I'm not, because I talk with my hands. Like, I do talk with my hands. And I think sometimes, like, that's not really, like, everyone speaks, like, you know, calmly. And not everybody, because I've seen some people that be yelling too, you know. Like, and I think I come off, I'm just like, what? What do you mean you don't understand this? I don't understand it. Well, but I'm not being rude. It's just, I think there's just a difference in how people talk and how it's perceived. But I still, you know, sometimes I can come off a little aggressive. Another thing that I wanted to work on is just my overall appearance. Like, I have been taking a little bit more pride. Like, I have hair now, okay? Like, I have hair. I think that's really cool because I never really had hair, and now I have to learn how to do it. And you know, now my curls are a little bit healthier, because when I was growing up, they weren't as healthy because I was like just doing whatever. I didn't know how to do my hair. So now I actually take the time to watch YouTube videos and things like that. I think another thing that I made an Instagram post about this, but I want to be neater. I want to be more organized. I want to be more put together. I really love it, like when I'm like on the train or the bus or the car, not really the car, never mind. When I see a woman that is put together, and I don't necessarily know anything about this woman, but I like the impression that I get. And I'm not saying every well-dressed woman is a well put together woman. I don't know. But I do like how I view this person. When I see them, I'm like, wow, that woman looks very well put together, you know? And either, whether it's just being well groomed, which I do, you know, I take care of myself. I'm not saying that. But there's just certain habits that sometimes I find myself in where I just get a little bit lazy, you know, and I'm like, whatever, I'll do my hair whenever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm also not saying that I'm going to wake up at 3 in the morning. And I'm not hating on these women. I just know this is not going to work for me. But just waking up really, really early to do things, it's probably not going to work. Maybe an hour earlier to do things, don't know. I just, it's hard enough for me to wake up. But that's another thing too. I want to become a morning person. Like, I want to learn how to do that. Like, because the morning time is so nice. It's so productive. I like look out the window and I'm like, wow, it's morning. The sun is rising. The birds are chirping. And then other days I'm like wake up. And I don't want to be the wake up girl anymore, okay? Like, I want to wake up and just be like, da, 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 and the birds chirp, and they lift my blanket, and they open the window, and I eat a proper breakfast so I can have proper nutrition, and I'm not hungry when I get to work. Must be nice. I just envy those women, to envy. But instead of envying them in a mad way, I could just be happy for them and say, hey sis, how can I do that? You know, I'm working on that too. I am jealous. I will be honest with you. I'm a very jealous person. I'm a hater sometimes. I'll be like, oh my God, girl, stop hating. Like, I'm hating for real. But it's okay. You know, I acknowledge my faults, and I just, and I think, but the thing with me, when I do get jealous, I take this anger out on myself. And that's one thing I really want to work on. Like, it's not like one of those like, dang, like, she's so cute, I hate her. It's like, dang, she's so cute, I hate me. And I don't know which one is worse, because at least with the haters that, do that, like, they have this high confidence in themselves, and I'm, like, beating myself up. It's like, dang, you hating on her and beating yourself up? Come on, like, ow. I just poked myself in the eye. But that's what I get. Like, I'm literally physically beating myself up, too. But, and I shouldn't do that. I beat myself up too much. Like, it's exhausting. It's draining. I gotta stop doing that, because I am good. I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. I'm doing a lot, and I don't see it. I'm so pessimistic. I'll be honest, like, I am. And as much as a happy person I am, I look at the orange glass and I'm like, wow, we only got half a glass? Like, what orange juice at? Like, don't think of it like that. Like, wow, okay, we have half a glass of orange juice. All we need is a half more. Where can we get it? Like, what can we do to fill this glass up? I want to think like that, I don't want to think like this anymore. It's draining, like I said. Also, I want to take better care of myself. I have really bad periods, and I don't work out as much as I used to. I stress eat. I eat everything. And I don't eat a lot of junk food, though. Like, I do have my moments, but I'll eat very, very heavy. I'll eat, like, I'll eat to the point where I feel like I'm going to throw up. Like, I'll just keep eating, and I want to do a little bit better when it comes to, like, managing my meals, when it comes to just eating for my health. I was vegan at one point, but even then, I wasn't really eating for my health. I kind of was just trying to follow all these strict guidelines, and I wasn't really keeping myself in mind. But I do want to focus on that. I want to focus more on cooking. I was cooking a lot, and then I don't know what happened. Something just shifted, and I just stopped. And I was eating out a lot. I'm wasting all this money eating out. Like, I'm not really even getting the proper nutrition. My face is breaking out. Like, I'm just kind of just being sad and just eating in my bed, whatever can be delivered to me. So I do want to work on that. I want to work on getting back into a workout routine. Why did I do it like that? Like, oh, she's strong. Because I was doing CrossFit. And now I moved and I wasn't at that CrossFit anymore. But then I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do another one. I couldn't figure it out. I might go back into it because it actually helped a lot with my periods, my stress. That's probably why I'm like going crazy now, because I was doing all of that and then I just stopped. And then I kind of noticed my energy levels go down. I felt sad. So I think exercise is something that is really good for me. So I do want to get back into that routine. Another routine, I want to actually be better at managing my time. I don't feel like I have a lot of time, but I don't know. I know the whole quote about everybody has the same 24 hours a day, but then I work 9 hours of that day. Then I have my 1 hour in the morning commute and then my 1 hour in the night commute. And sometimes when I get home, I'm just like, man, I want to go to bed. Like, I want to go to bed. And then I'll call all of my friends back at home, which I also should make a schedule for. And then at that point, I'm just drained. I've been working with kids all day. I kind of just want to take a shower and I want to eat and I want to go to bed. But I have to realize here, I'm only here short term. And I need to use that time to get me to the next step, And I'm not saying I have to spend every minute of my life trying to figure out something. I just do need to dedicate more time to that. I tried to fill my time a lot. Like, I was doing classes, I was doing this, I was doing that. But then I realized, I said, I don't really feel as productive as I want to be. It's nice to do these things, yes, and I still want to incorporate them, but if I can find time to do things like that, then why can't I find time to do things like my YouTube channel? Why can't I find time to do things that focus on the career that I want to do, the path? I may not know what it is, but I don't even know if I don't really even want to do a job. I just know that I want a certain lifestyle. And in order to get that lifestyle, I have to make proper steps. I do have to make certain sacrifices. And that does not mean I have to sacrifice my whole 20s, But it does mean I have to change some things in order to get to the next step. You can't change doing the same things. You just can't. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I do want to work on that. I haven't read in so long. I've been like consuming too much social media. I have. I'll be honest. I really have. And I'm like, what? I was reading a book. I was reading a word the other day, and I was like, what the hell is this word? I'm a whole English teacher, and I just feel kind of disconnected. I used to read all the time, and then now, like, I couldn't even tell you last book I read. I did an Audible book, but then I want to physically read a book. I want to sit on a porch and I want to read a book. Like, I don't even think it's just the fact that I want to read a book. I just need to properly educate myself more. Like, I feel like I've stopped learning, and that is one thing that I don't want to do. Like, I've even thought about going back to school. I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do with that, but these are just some things I need to stimulate my mind. And that's one thing too that I just feel like, this is why you're sad. This is why you're feeling depressed. This is why you're feeling like, because you're not doing enough to get you out of it. You're just sinking into it. You're soaking in it. You're like, I'm sad, blah, blah, blah. I can't do anything. But then did you take some time to go outside? Did you take some time to eat something proper? Did you like read something? Did you try to escape from the things that are actually making you sad and try to put your mind somewhere else? Taking a walk. And I'm not saying this is the cure to anything, because I've dealt with these issues for a while, but I have noticed when I do try to make the effort to change, something changes. It may not be the cure, but at least it puts me on something, and I just want to make better use of that time. I have time. I have to sit down and properly think, like, what are my priorities? It's one thing to just fill your time, but then the other thing is, what are your priorities? Yeah, I just want to work on those things, like, internally, mainly like the anger, working on that, the attitude, because I can get an attitude, and then just overall working on just being more elegant. Like, I've been don't judge me, y'all, but hand placement and kind of just like when you're eating, like etiquette on that. I just think it's very soft. It's very pretty. It's beautiful. And that's one thing I do like about Korea. Like, I really do like a lot how, Korea has its issues, whatever. But I do like how a lot of the women, like, kind of carry themselves. They look so beautiful, especially, like, when at dinner, they eat so nicely. I have my friend Ira. She's from Australia. And she's just I think she's a very elegant person. And she just eats so so nicely with the fork and the knife. And I like it's like I've never done this before, but I have. But it's just etiquette. Like, I used to read etiquette books, and like the Emily Post ones, and for some reason, just this order is very satisfying to me. It's just like, wow, there's a certain way to do it, like this, and it just all works nicely. Now, the one thing about me though, I have to not stress myself when I don't do these things wrong, but just after a while, you start learning, like, patterns, and it just becomes natural to you. And I just want to overall, like, look more presentable for things, because you never know what opportunities are available for you at certain times. And not even that, it's just confidence. Like, I can definitely tell a thing, because lately I've been feeling horrible, because one, I haven't found anything I want to wear that actually fits me properly here. I'm either too tall, or it just fits awkwardly, and my shoulders are broad, kind of. So, I've been wearing the same old clothes, and I'm just like, ugh. But then the days I dress up, you could tell. It's like, wow, like, look at her, like, wow. I feel different. And, I think that's important. I want to feel this way. I don't really care, what other people would think. To a certain extent, of course, I'm human. I do care. But it's just like, I want to feel that good for myself. And I just want to take more pride. Like, I want to purchase more investment pieces. Like, I just want to build a better wardrobe, a high quality. I want everything in my life right now to be focused on quality. I want things to last long. I want habits to last long. I want to just be a more poised person. I want to work on my I don't know. I think my posture is pretty good. But I just want to work on I'm perceived the way that I see myself in my head, you know. But you know, there's gonna be days where, you know, whatever, you rolled out of bed and it's just what it is. But I just want to always put myself in a position where I'm ready for things like this. I prepared the night before. I just want to take more time and effort to do things. So yeah, that's what's been going on in my mind. I'm sorry if it's been a long video. And you know, I just want to know if there's something that you've been personally been wanting to work. Like, who is your ideal self? You know, who are you working to be? Like, what are some habits that you want to let go of, and what do you want to see out of it? Like, you know, do you want to dress better? Do you want to, like, you know, your etiquette? Like, do you want to just work on this attitude? Like, what do you want to do? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I love you. Okay, bye-bye.